All right, so on today we are going to go over the fourth 9 weeks PGO, which is worth 100 points. And we're skipping to number 4 because number 1, 2, and 3 are just going to ask you demographic information just to make sure that if I send you a link, I will be able to track where you are or who you are. So, question number 4 states,
Ryan Little.
what would you like to do when you grow up and why? One student stated, I want to be a football player because I love football, and my favorite football player talked to me and told me how to never give up on reality. So always seek your goals and try and achieve what you would like to do. Okay. Another student stated that they wanted to be a model, artist, hairstylist, nail tech, a chef, a gymnastics coach, and make my own company. So it seems like you are multi-talented, which can take you a long way. So a lot of these things can be accomplished, and sometimes it helps to kind of niche down, focus on one thing, master that. Not necessarily master that, but get a system in place to where it makes it more feasible for you to accomplish other things as well. So being a model, artist, a hairstylist, and a nail tech, all of these things can be kind of bundled up together, because if you're a hairstylist, you can also be a nail tech. And then within this, you are essentially becoming an artist, and then you can model what you are doing, so then you can advertise what you are great at doing as far as being a hairstylist and nail tech. And once you become a business owner, you can then branch off into becoming a chef, because you have already built up a clientele. They trust you as a hairstylist and a nail tech. And if you are a model, generally you're going to be something that people want to model after, so they'll take you seriously as far as what you are putting into your body. A gymnastics coach, basically making your own company. So all of these things can be done. It would just need to be phased in and out of some sort. And then another person stated they want to be a vegetarian, so they have a love for animals and they are interested in being a doctor of some sort. All right, question number 5. How much yearly income would you like to make? So how much would you like to make a year? So you have a couple of responses in the $40,000 range, over $500,000, and then the $60,000 range. Okay. So different aspirations. All right, so how many streams of income would you like to have? If you remember, a stream of income is different ways that you can generate money or make money. So one student said 2, another student said 5, and another person said 7. So there are different ways that you can make incomes based on the different talents that you have. They can be loosely or tightly connected to one another. So for example, me being a teacher, that's going to be my main stream of income. But I also teach swim lessons with an organization. Within that organization, I am also a lifeguard, and I teach people how to become lifeguards as well. So I'm certified as a lifeguard instructor. So there's 3 things that I do within that one association. But within that, I can also branch out and teach swim lessons on my own. So that can be another form of income. So there's 3 streams of income right there. I can also work another job. So being a referee is another stream of income that I can have. And then I can also go into coaching. And because I work primarily during the daytime, I can also pick up a night shift in the packaging manufacturer, so I can work overnight. So then that could be a 5th or 6th form of income. So some of these things are going to be closely associated with one another, such as teaching lifeguarding and instructing other people. But then packaging is something that isn't necessarily tied to what I do professionally or as my main stream of income. However, it could be something that I can do. All of those are examples of active forms of incomes that I generate. I could also create an ebook about how to become the best PE teacher that you can possibly be. I can do the work on the front end and then create a website, market that book, create a link and a way for people to pay for it via Amazon or Shopify. Once I post it, there is no more work for me to do, so then it becomes passive income. Once people buy the book, it gets shipped out, and then overnight I can receive money, so I don't have to clock in or clock out to receive that additional income. So you have passive income and active income. The best type of income to have is passive incomes. It's a form of income that you do not have to physically be at in order to accomplish that task. So it is always important to have a system in place in order to become successful. And if you remember, a system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So if you put something online in order to sell it, you are no longer having to spend energy in order to take people's money, give them their cash back, and you don't have to be there in order for them to do it. So they can do it asynchronously, which y'all know a lot about learning online this school year. Here we go. All right, so and then another person wants 7 streams of income. So they want a whole company and they want many businesses. Okay, good motivation. All right, number 7. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Most of you see yourself in the 12th grade. Other people say other. So you all are in the 7th grade right now. So in about 5 years from now, y'all should be in the 12th or possibly college or some other places as well. See, maybe in your field already. So rate how success looks based on the following, and there were a couple of different things that success looked like. So was it financial independence, buying expensive luxury items? This is actually buying things, so spending your money. Well, wearing expensive brands and different things of that nature, expensive cars, things like that. Necessarily that mean that you do it. All right. Next is the ability to afford your lifestyle. So if let's say you take in $40,000, so are you able to afford your lifestyle at $40,000, or do you choose to live below your means or above your means? So how important is it to the ability to afford your lifestyle? So your lifestyle may be $1 million, but is it very important to live at your means or to live below your means? That's basically what that question is asking. The ability to save money and invest. So is it more important to save money or to spend money? So if it's very important to save and invest, you'll go up here. Building generational wealth, and with this it is having your passive income being to a point to where you are building money for the future, so you don't have to spend time building or taking in money, because that passive income that you generate can be given to somebody else. If you are a doctor, that information only is transferable to yourself. But if you have a business, that business can be given to other people, so then it can be passed on. If you're a doctor, it stops with you being a doctor. Your money can be transferred, but that information of being a doctor stops with you once you move on. Alright. Number 9. If money wasn't a major factor or a reason for going into a particular field or occupation, what would you do? I would just go sit at home and game. Okay. What do I want? What I do tell whatever. I cannot articulate that meaning. Alright, so for the first response, I would sit at home and game. And some people are professional gamers, so they do sit at home and game all day. There's actually a couple of different, I know of one millionaire YouTuber in particular that's what he does. He just games all day, and he's built an audience, and that's how he's able to generate his income. So there are different things that you can do based on your hobbies and your interests and your ability to connect with other people. There are other people who are super fans. So The Walking Dead, they generally have a premiere on Sunday. Then they have a after show. In the after show, they bring on a regular guest that is known as a super fan, and she has a YouTube channel. She's generated a lot of subscribers to her channel as a result of her building an audience on that platform. She is now basically goes on to AMC as a guest and continues to share her information and insights to The Walking Dead. So basically, she has so much information about The Walking Dead that if a scene were to happen in a new episode, she'll be able to think back on an episode that happened 2 or 3 seasons ago and make the connection between what happened in an episode that was just displayed and related back to something that happened like 2 or 3 seasons ago or within the same season. So the information that she has is something that is very useful for real-time action. You may know somebody else that has a high level of knowledge to something that you are interested in as far as shows or games. So that could be somebody that you can look to for additional information. Number 10, what is the likelihood that you would financially support or take care of the following? So this can be friends, family members that you know of. Let's go down. So it can be parents, grandparents, guardians. You can also include your siblings, your brothers and sisters, your extended family, your aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews, your friends, and your community. So how likely it is that you will look after some of these other people? Number 11. What are your strengths? So they could include football, good conversation. So you're good at your interpersonal relationships are good, and you're good at football. So possibly being a coach could also be something that you could see yourself going into. Gymnastics or being an athlete makes you stronger. So the flexibility and your strength is good as well. what are your weaknesses, and it's also good. It's good to identify your strengths as well as your weaknesses, because you can focus more so on your strengths. But if you know what you are weak at, you can help avoid your stumbling blocks. So you can start my family. So with that, I'm just going to assume that sometimes you put more into other people than they put into you. So some people may take advantage of your kindness. So you can see that as a weakness. But if you're able to identify that, you can minimize people taking advantage of you and realize when people are taking advantage of you and limit that as an outcome. So then you're not putting more into relationships that you shouldn't put into. So then you can set barriers, or you can reduce exposure to being taken advantage of. So then once you identify that, you can realize that could be something that you would want to avoid. It's always great to be aware of your weaknesses. All right, afraid of heights, any type of bugs except butterflies. I used to be scared of them, and any animal that looks dangerous. So I like that you used to be scared of the butterflies. So with this, you expose yourself to the butterflies and realize that they weren't as dangerous as you thought that they were. So you can transfer this to any other type of animal and realize that they may be more scared of you than you are of it. There are still some people that are afraid of other type of animals. I believe the fear of spiders is arachnophobia, if I am not mistaken. I guess I am not even going to try to say this word.
Arachnophobia.
So if you are afraid of spiders, you have an arachnophobia. All right, moving on to the next one. Number 13. What are opportunities in your field that provides potential growth and or income? So how can your profession grow? What are some areas of it growing? So just getting better every day. I believe this is the one that was saying that he wanted to be a football player. So football is a major sport. There are many people that play in the professional league, but there are also people that play in the developmental league. I will create my own company and do double income. That's way I can have my people provide for what they need for their family. So you'll be able to give back to your community by providing jobs and opportunities. So yes, there is potential growth, because if you're able to give to others and provide a service and they're able to take care of their own, there would be a benefit to society. So that is definitely true. All right, so what are threats in your field that limits the growth and or income potential? Me getting hurt badly and want to recover. So yes, an injury is a limiting factor. And for the person that wants to become an entrepreneur of sorts, basically none at all. There are always threats to any business. For example, if you want to be a nail tech, there may be too many nail techs in the world. So there may be a supply and demand issue. So that may be a limiting factor. Also, being a hairdresser, there are a lot of people that do hair and things of that nature, but what is going to separate you from other people? All right, number 15. Do you have a plan of action to achieve your goal? 2 people say yes, 1 says no. It is always good to have a plan of action, a route of how you want to get to where you want to get to. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. What that basically means that if you don't have a plan, you will not be successful. So it is very important to have a plan in order to be successful. I like to say, don't rush the process of success. All right. Next up. All right, so what is your plan of action to achieve your goal? Like I said previously, just keep working hard each day. That is very true, but just by working hard alone, is that going to get you closer to your goal? Like, for example, if my goal was to be a PE teacher, would working hard as an engineer get me closer to achieving my goal? It may get me closer to my goal in some assets because you can be analytical. That'll be something that a PE teacher and engineer will have in common. However, when it comes to developing interpersonal skills, that would not be something that would get me closer to being a physical educator, because I would need to be able to interact with other people in order to be successful. You don't need to have high levels of interaction or interpersonal skills as an engineer, because you need to do things well. So work harder every day and never give up to what I need and want, and always believe in yourself. This is very important in anything that you are going to do. But what specific actions can you take? So as far as being a beautician, practicing different hairstyles, learning different things that you can do in order to be successful, how to make an LLC, how to sole proprietorship, different types of business things that you can do. So you will need to know how to finance money, how to have different types of accounts, business accounts, a working knowledge of tax laws, so then you can avoid paying certain taxes or work in a certain way, so then you don't have to pay certain taxes. If you have children, you can pay them up to $12,000 without that being a taxable income, and it can be taken out of your business. So different types of laws that are in place that you can take advantage of, that if you did not know about, you would spend more money that would be unnecessary. So it's always great to be informed and working with other people, especially having a mentor, building a relationship with somebody that you want to get to their level. So if you want to be a business owner, building a mentorship with somebody that owns a business that can help you understand what shortcuts that you can take. You can learn from their mistakes, avoid their mistakes, so then it can take you less time to get to where they are. It's kind of like the chutes and ladders. You can utilize their experience in order to achieve your goals at a faster rate and become more successful and be able to sustain your business. Number 17. Who are some people you can talk to in order to create a plan to help you achieve your goal? So I just stated some mentors, but you can have a friend, parent, guardian. Let's go down. There is a list. So you have an extended family, teachers, counselor, family friend. I should also put a mentor in here as well, because they can help you get closer to your point. Number 18. Do the people that you can talk to have firsthand and or deep knowledge to assist you? Yes or no? Or you don't know? So the best people to get information from are the people that do have firsthand or deep knowledge of your individual goal. Those are the people that you want to get to know. If you don't know, you can try and generate those relationships through networking. Number 19. What resources can you access to gain additional information about what you want to do when you grow up? You have a parent, your guardian, going back to the questions. You can also do LinkedIn, which is the business form of Facebook. You have Google as a search engine. YouTube, so you can find mentors online, different how-to videos. Your parent, your teacher, or a mentor can also be utilized as well. Number 19, or number 20, I should say. Who are some people you know that can help you achieve your goal? So it's just an open-ended question. So my mom, my dad, my best friend, my coach, mom, dad. Sometimes you can even pick up some advice from your siblings. This is very true. My brother was in college 4 years prior to me going to college. So when I was a freshman in high school, he was a freshman in college. So in his senior year, he was going through his junior year, he was really going through the application process. So I was able to learn from him what he was doing. So he was taking the ACT. That was the main thing that we needed to take back in the day. And then at the time, when he was a sophomore, he was on the basketball team, but then he decided to no longer participate that and then build up his extracurricular activities so that he could build more of a portfolio to make him more favorable when he applied for college. So those are some different things that he took and some different things that he did in order to build his portfolio to get into college or his resume. So siblings are definitely a great asset. My dad went to college at the time. He did not graduate from college because he ended up going into the Army. So my mom and dad were great people to help me understand how to get to college, but they weren't the best as far as what I needed to specifically do in order to be the best applicant to receive higher scholarships. So my brother was definitely a great example. So too was my sister. But because my brother was closer in age to me, he was within the same time frame. So I was able to better get some information from him because it was more applicable. All right. And then as he continued on with college, he ended up traveling abroad. So by the time that he was traveling abroad, I was a sophomore in college. He was in a BA/MA program, which is basically where you combine your bachelor's and master's. So you're able to earn credits towards your master's degree while you're still an undergraduate. So that was a route that I considered. So there was a lot of things that he was going through that I could use in order to get to where he was, but build it in my own way. He was more so interested in international business. I was interested in being a psychologist. So I knew that I needed to have a master's degree. Although I did not receive a master's in psychology, I did receive 2 masters. So I was able to use the information that he gave me to fast track my ability to receive 2 masters with an additional semester. So I was able to cut back on expenses because I utilized his information. So I saved myself some time and energy as a result of listening to him and his advice. It never hurts to seek additional information from your friends and family because they can always point you into the right direction. Because I listened to him, I was also able to pursue information from my guidance counselors or my counselors in college, or my academic counselors, I should say. So they helped me put my plan into motion. I just had to apply that information. And because I lived on the college campus, I was able to network with people that were in my community and realized that there were like-minded people, and I was able to grow those relationships, gain additional information. That definitely helped because I wanted to be into a master's program. I got into studying in a psychology lab and then they ended up doing a lot of different cognitive studies using a we when it first came out to analyze people's reactions to information that they were receiving. So I was able to see like the future of technology, and as a result I was able to build interest in that and just realized that I just needed to take more of an interest in technology and incorporate it more so into my daily life. All right, so you really never know what information that you are going to receive, what it can be used for. So y'all know that I have like a YouTube channel that I use a lot of technology to help guide you all in teaching. So some of the information that I've kind of used helps me nowadays. So everything that you have experience with, you can definitely take that and use that into the future. All right, number 21. What skills are needed to achieve your goals? So basically, there are a lot of things that you can do to achieve your goals. Because I was in the psychology department, because I was transposing information from studies, from previous responses into an Excel spreadsheet, I was able to generate different polls and tables. So then I was able to analyze the information that they had. I was able to talk to the different professors that were performing the experiments and creating documents or creating publications. So I was able to feed to get information from them to better understand what they were doing, why they were doing it, and then how they were implementing it to make sense of everything that they were doing. So all of that information can easily be transferred into other skills as well. So according to responses, you need to be good at what you do and do it consistently. So yes, consistency is key. That is very true. Hard extended work and effort. So yep, work harder, provide more of a service than what it is worth. That is how you will be more successful. If people see value in what you do, they will definitely come back for more business. Very true. Number 22. What are barriers or obstacles that may interfere with achieving your goals? So what may get in your way? Interpersonal skills. Yep. Building, maintaining relationships. This is true. And then let me see the list that I provided for you. So yep. So money, access to knowledge, interpersonal skills. Yep. Networking, meeting people in a specific field. Yep. All of these may be limiting factors. Cool. Because with any business that you have, you definitely need to have some type of interpersonal relationship, whether it's building a relationship with your customers or building a network from like-minded people that are in your business, so then you can learn it from them, so then you can grow and insert cheat codes that you can learn from them. So what skills do you need to develop? Ooh, vision. I like that. Definitely. Power, fatigue. I'm not sure. Fatigue. I guess to overcome fatigue. So how to work through limiting factors. But definitely vision and power is definitely needed in order to be successful. Pay methods, yep. Career in college and others, yep. So there'll be some skills that you will definitely need, but you will need some skills in order to get into college. And skills are the ability to do something well. So if you would like to be a beautician, you'll definitely need to know creative skills in order to generate an idea or a vision for a hairstyle. Pay methods, definitely. So business skills, payment options. All right, number 24, rate how important each subject is in achieving your goal. So there are a lot of skills that are a lot of classes or subjects that you can be involved in. So this ranges from arts to technology. I'm not going to read all of these, but these are all different courses that you can take. And once you get into specifically high school, and then you will niche down when you get into college. But many or all of those, some or all of those can be utilized in any specific field. Number 25. What experiences do you have that will help you in your career? So there are many experiences that people can have that can help them get into their field. So being strong with a powerful mind. There's always going to be that one guy that is taller or bigger than you, but you have to pursue. So that dedication that you have. Okay. So your infinity to overcome obstacles that get in your way. Being able to find a way, like that. Determination is what it boils down to. Number 26, what talents or natural abilities that you possess can be used to or develop to enhance your career? A lot of them I named is this, not sure what that is, my shifting, my power of my hands. So athletic ability, so your ability to use your hands, your power, and shift, transfer your weight. Your agility is a skill that can help you in football, definitely. Number 27, what could you do in your free time, including summer break, to get closer to your goals? Keep working all day, learn more about them. I guess being a beautician, but yes, definitely working all day, but you have to be guided in what you are doing in order to get closer to your goal. You can be a master of, you can be a jack of all trades and a master of none, or you can niche down and be a master of one thing and be a specialist. But one thing that I am learning now is that being a jack of all trades and then having specialists that are specifically great at one thing, if you're able to incorporate those and piece them, weave them all together and forming them into one body, and then move them into one common goal, you can be more successful, leaning on the knowledge and their expertise, and then using your vision in order to guide the entire project closer to your end goal or your common goal. So it's always best to not be a solopreneur, but to be an entrepreneur and use other people's skills in order to help build and generate your vision or your collective vision. So definitely utilize other people's strengths, build on your strengths, outsource your weaknesses, and then you'll definitely spend less time on things that you don't know or that you are uncertain about, and spend more time on being successful. So that was a walkthrough of all 27 questions, really 24 because 1, 2, and 3 were just demographic information. But please do continue to work on this assignment. And if you found this video to be helpful, please hit that like button and stay tuned because I will also be uploading videos every day for the next 30 days. So go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can catch the next video as soon as it drops, so you can continue to be physically active during the summer. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to call it. I guess I could call it Summer 30 for 30 or Summer 30 minutes for 30-30 or 30-30-30. I'm not sure. But if you have a name, you can put it in the comments below, and I will take that into high consideration. But until next time, peace.